Hey everyone, my name is Martin May. I'm 26 years old. I'm a real estate investor and a wholesaler in the regions of Moncton and St. John, New Brunswick. In the spring of 2019, my mom proposed that I can pay for the down payment and you have a job, so you can qualify for a mortgage and we should live, in a nicely finished, fancy new condo in the old port part of Montreal. However, at that time, a friend of mine from work happened to, show me the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And that's where I really learned the differences between investing in the asset versus a liability. So I proposed to my mom that, with the money that you have right now, we could actually qualify for a duplex, for an investment property. And then we can have tenants that will pay us a rental income that will then offset, our expenses. So after buying that property, we actually further converted the 2 living rooms into 2 additional bedrooms just to make additional rental income. And so after a year or so, that's when we're able to fully live for free, me and my mom. And that's when I really started realizing the power of investing in real estate and building equity through investing in rental properties.
So hi there, my name is Lyne. My story is a little bit different. I'm 20-year-old and it all started when my dad started purchasing a few rental properties around Montreal. His plan was more to take us and move the entire family to every single one of the property while he renovates it. He taught me a lot about renovations. I know how to change a sink. I learned also how to invest in real estate in a smart way where, as he said, we can end up living for free if we make the right investment. Then when we met, we both decided that we wanted to pursue our passion and find something that works for us.
So a little bit about how we met as well. It was actually a really funny story. I essentially met her because one of the tenants that was renting from me ended up wanting to throw this house party. Lynn ended up coming to that exact party because she was invited by that particular tenant. Yeah. So it was because of real estate. That's what really brought us together.
And I remember the first night we met, actually, he gave me a tour of his duplex, asking me what do I think about the renovations, because I have told him by my dad. So we just went around, gave me a quick tour, and I showed him all the things that I thought should be updated. And that's a little bit how it started.
In the fall of 2020, that's when Lynn was also started going to school in University of Moncton. We were looking for an apartment for her to live in. So we're looking for, a 2-bedroom apartment that's close to the university, so in the central Moncton area. And we came across the fact that, first of all, there's a skyrocketed demand for housing in Moncton. There's not enough supplies to meet up with the demand. That really drove up the rental price to around $1,500 to $1,600 for a 2-bedroom. And then I was telling Lynn, this is so crazy. That's how much properties would rent for in Montreal, but the prices are a fraction of how much we pay for in Montreal. That means as a landlord, they must be getting such great cash flow.
Oh yeah, you can literally live for free, pay for all your expenses, and still make a profit out of it. So when we were looking, I remember one of the landlords we came across after the visit, he told us that usually he rents his apartment in 15 to 30 minutes. By being online on Facebook or by talking to people.
So honestly, that's what sparked our initial interest in the market. So, that's when we started reaching out to a realtor. And because the Moncton market was red hot and we didn't really think of looking off market, real estate investing was still, really just house hacking for me at the time and doing minor renovations. And, so I was looking with a realtor trying to find a deal, but we couldn't really come across any. And so that honestly forced us into looking in St. John, because St. John, the prices were still not as inflated. And we ended up buying this fourplex right here in St. John, yeah. And even though it wasn't necessarily your classic wholesaling deal or, a distressed property, I would say this fourplex, as you can see, it's rather turnkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very turnkey. It's move-in ready. We essentially just packed our bags and we moved here. After acquiring my 2 properties, I, deeply resonate with the saying that you make money the most when you first buy. So right now we're investing thousands of our own dollars into finding off-market deals through flyers, through SEO, through Google Ads. We also set up a website as well just to find these off-market deals in New Brunswick.
Yeah, so basically we're trying to find distressed properties. We're just owners who are trying to buy quickly, who have a deadline, people who are going through a divorce, they have an estate to settle. And we provide them with a solution with a quick closing, no commission to pay, and we just take care of everything. If they want to leave things behind, we take care of that. we take care of the renovations so they can sell their house and go with that peace of mind they're looking for.
And usually because these sellers are just in sticky situations, and usually they can't really afford renovations or afford to pay the commission of a realtor. So that's where we as wholesalers will come in with other cash investors' money to essentially offer them a full cash offer without any conditions. So most of the time that really helps them out. However, we do come across a lot of property owners that are trying to sell privately, but when they approach us, if their property is in good condition and they're willing to wait, we usually tell them, honestly, it's
go on the market.
Go on the market. Like, even though you have to pay a little commission, but honestly, that realtor is really gonna take care of you, gonna take care of that property and make sure it's presentable to make sure that you can get that top dollar.
Yeah. And if they have the time and the energy to go through the market, they're willing to make some small renovations, or they just don't mind dealing with the whole showings and visits, then they should definitely just go on the market and get the best out of the house they have.
So what we're essentially providing, we're really just providing a service. Our messaging is that we are a couple that's looking to, buy a house as it is. We don't really mind any renovations. We don't mind if it's in a bad condition. We'll take it as it is. So we found that approach, that personal and friendly approach, to be a lot more effective than what we've seen on the internet. So we definitely want to use this platform. Either, I don't know if this is going to turn into a video channel on YouTube or a podcast or whatever you have it. We really want this to be a channel to document just how we're approaching these sellers and how we're finding these off-market deals in New Brunswick, and further connect them to people both locally and other province investors who are looking for a good deal. Like, we are in the process of setting up a YouTube channel to where we can interview market experts that are local to Moncton, such as realtors, property managers, mortgage agents, to really unveil some of the most common myths about investing in Moncton. Right now, if you go on YouTube, there's so much amazing content out there on real estate investing. However, we found that there's a void of Moncton specific insights. So that's what we're trying to provide. We're trying to get these expertise, get these the knowledge from different aspects of Moncton real estate, package it together and present it to you, investors from out of province, so that you can invest with a peace of mind. Some of the topics we are going to discuss, it will include the double property tax and obviously the 1% rule. That's where people from Ontario, Quebec, or the States, that's how they calculate the returns on their rental properties. However, in New Brunswick, because it's a little different. I was told that they usually go by the 1.35% rule, so that's when you can judge it's a good property. So just things like that we wouldn't otherwise know coming from out of province. We just thought that New Brunswick is a great market to invest in, but there's definitely a lot of things that are unknown. So we can't wait to honestly just learn as investors ourselves, find these off-market deals as wholesalers, and share with you and through this platform about our learnings and as much information as possible in regard to Moncton and surrounding areas.